get this started. This is a special event tonight, guys. We are in the presence of genius, and this is such a special moment and such an honor for me to be able to introduce this amazing group of individuals to Danelle, one of my very dear friends and my mentor, and also to introduce her to you guys. Guys, this is so special because without her mentorship and without her kind of kicking down the nest, I'm pretty sure that this 90-day run and all of these bonds that we've been making, pretty sure that they wouldn't be in existence right now. So this is very special. You guys may follow Danelle online. If you don't, you need to, especially her Friday Night Lives. She always offers amazing content that any entrepreneur can apply to not just their business, but their lives. It's worth tuning into. If you can follow her on Facebook, guys, you will also, I know many of you are looking to master your branding and trying to learn more how to do that in the online space. Well, Danelle happens to be not just a business development, but a branding and marketing expert as well. You will learn by watching what she does. It is all with purpose and all with the underlying intention of helping others and helping others live their great potential, being the one that the results require. So with that being said, Danelle, I want to turn it over to you. If you want to share a little bit about yourself and let everybody know who you are.
You are awesome. This is great. My favorite thing is definitely groups of people who rise together. It makes things so much easier, so much simpler. How many of you guys love running on your own and by yourself and nobody encouraging you and just being out there on a limb? No. Okay. How many of you have ever felt that way in the past though? Just seeing if I can throw what's out there and see what sticks, right? Like a swing and aiming for the fence. We'll see if we connect, right? I don't know why I use a baseball analogy. I really know nothing about that sport, but I get the point. But this is awesome, right? Watching Jen, who.
Let's mute. Should I mute everyone, Danelle?
Yeah, maybe. And then you guys can unmute with her.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to mute everybody, but if you want to speak up or you have a question or interject, please, we definitely want you to participate, so just unmute yourselves. Sorry.
I know, sometimes people can't tell. I always warn them, we always have.
Oh, wait. There you go.
Thank you. Okay. So let's dive in. I'm here to just accentuate anything I can that Jen has told you because Jen's remarkable. I know you all know that or you wouldn't be here. I work with a lot of people and she is definitely set apart by how she does things, what she does. And when she says, hey, can you do a call? I'm like, sure. Can I be in my pajamas? If that is okay, then we can roll. So how many of you guys don't know who I am or haven't heard my story or anything? Have you all? You all know who I am, sans two of you. Okay, cool. Well, just know I'm awesome, and that's enough. Just kidding. No, I come from the network marketing background, overcame a lot, divorce, cancer, a whole bunch, built some remarkable businesses and training. I know a lot of you are familiar, Samantha, I recognize Brandy, I recognize the name. So I know some of you, I follow you as well. But here's what I want to do tonight. I'm going to give you guys just a couple of tips, but what I'd love to do is be here to answer your questions, right? Be here to interact and give you my best input as possible to help you build. What Jen is teaching you is exactly what I did. I did 90-day runs. It was the only way that I could create quick success and not drown in the process, right? Because when you go out there and you're trying to achieve a goal and you're like, all right, here's my goal for 365 days. Well, by day one, you're like, oh my gosh, I have 364 more to go. I'm going to die. I'm going to quit. I'm going to jump. This is horrendous, right? But you can do anything for a short amount of time, right? For a short amount of time, you do something 90 days. And I 100% believe that what you do every single day will credit or debit your bank account 90 days later. It's just 100% fact. So let's say today, how many of you guys were busy today? It's okay, just be honest. I spent most of my day at the spa. I was. Okay, so yes, okay. How many of you guys worked harder than you ever have today? Kind of in between, right? Like, right? Here's the thing. What you did today, we'll know in about 90 days, right? It will either add or subtract from your account. And so when I kind of got that in my mind, it made me change things. See, I'm at the end of one of my personal 90-day runs. And at the end of every 90-day run, I take 3 or 4 days to myself and just reposition myself, check all my balances, make sure I'm running as my mission, my vision, my values, regrounding myself. But the thing is, you can't do that unless you run for 90 days and you create results when it pays for it, right? So that was always my goal. My goal I set for things to do with my kids. I set things to do with myself. But here's a couple things I want you to understand. There's a couple things that need to happen for you to create a 90-day result that will shock you. How many of you guys would like to shock yourselves in 90 days? You're about halfway through. Okay, good. It really only takes 30. Okay? So if you want to shock yourself, you have to focus, wake, run, rise over every single thing in 2 fashions. Number 1, mentally, your mind has to be stronger than your emotions. How many of you guys gotten emotional about business at all? Ever? I never cried until I started in business. I'll just tell you. I'm like, why is there so many tears? This is so difficult. Why? I've never really struggled with anything that should not be this hard. Doesn't it make sense? You don't have to be a moron to drink, feel better, lose weight, make money. Why do people think it's rocket science? They want to know what, protein out of the west wing of Africa it came from. Okay? It's very interesting how people think about progress. Okay? You guys get what I'm saying because you're giggling. You know they do it. Those are those green urchin personalities. Let me check. I'm like, why don't you check what's in that cheeseburger you just downed, by the way? Okay? People are really crazy with how they process and how they negotiate with themselves. But the truth is, what you have to do is become a master of your emotions. That's step 1 to win over 90 days. Okay? You cannot let anyone or anything change your state. Okay? So what is your state? Your state is I'm winning in the next 90 days. I'm recruiting. I'm getting customers. I'm talking to every soul who I believe I could help. And nothing that happens, be it a spouse, a kid, a circumstance, is changing that from happening or my emotional state. How many of you guys know the people closest to you have a unique ability to adjust your emotional state? That was a nice way to say it. Is it okay to cuss in this group? This is what I do. I happen to have this in my bag. Can you read it? It says, let that shit go. This is what I wear when I run. And I'm hoping it also makes my fat disappear. That's also what I name it. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Network marketing, okay, people are people. Do you guys know the only thing that gets hurt when you lose your emotional state is you? It wastes time, it wastes effort, it burns all of your energy that you could use to change your life. All of it. Okay, people make fun of me a lot because my whole thing is about gratitude and joy and write down 10 things you're grateful for every single day. People are like, oh, she's all sunshine and rainbows. I'm like, no, I do it for people like you who call it sunshine and rainbows. Okay, and they're like, what? I don't get it. I'm like, I know you won't. Maybe someday. Try writing it down. Okay, it's not about, oops, sorry, I just plugged in my phone. It's not about fluffy sunshine and rainbows. It's about allowing no one to take your future. No one. No one can control my state except for me. Okay, why do people love me? They love telling my story. They love going, man, if a single mom of 3 kids, cancer, all on her own, go from a tent to a mansion. If she can do it, I can do it. They like telling that story. Why? It inspires. You know what story I like to tell? That story of when everyone who I trusted turned their back on me, and I loved them back instead of being ticked, instead of being hurt, instead of wounding them in return, instead of saying nasty things. I said, you know what? I got to win so I can show them it's different. I got to win. I got to win really hard, right? That's the story I wish they would tell. They don't tell it. They tell all the sob story part because it inspires people more, right? How many are like, oh, she got in control of her emotional state. That's so sexy. I bet that's what did it. That's not what you hear, okay? But that's what it is. That's 100% what it is. You cannot let circumstance control your future, okay? The now, the circumstance is the part that you invited when you said, I want to change my life in 90 days. Show me how to do it. That is the invitation to the hard. Like, bring it on. Come on. Right? Have you ever noticed when you like dive into something is when you get kicked in the teeth? You're like, oh, it's always. And I'm like, you're looking at it wrong. You asked to grow. So grow. Right? You're not going to grow if it's like easy. Man, everybody said yes to me. This is like the easiest business on the planet. I don't know why people fail, right? I got more no's than anybody, but it didn't change. Are you guys having a hard time taking me serious with this on? I'm having a little bit of a hard time. It's kind of funny though. Okay, just remember this is also I choose joy. It's just like Mom Strong way of saying it, right? If you let anyone change your emotional state, you'll lose. You'll lose money, you'll lose friends, you'll lose recruits, you'll lose customers. You'll lose what you were starting this for. Okay, that's the part I don't always share. I'm telling you this, you need an awakening. Everyone needs an awakening. I need an awakening on a daily basis. If you have this awakening and you understand, okay, the 10 scrolls is something we do. Jen, I don't know if you've told them to read those or not. They're really, really amazing. Og Mandino. Go listen to them while you're running with Jen. Man, it's absolutely remarkable. It talks about greeting this day with love in your heart. Once you control how you respond and react to people and you realize it has to do with them, that the only thing you can do to help people listen to your message more is to control your response and your daily basis and your, right? Like people don't call me. How many of you guys like your downline or sideline or cross, they call you and just complain all the time. Our customer service let them down. This must be false. This can't be real. This company's not legit. It's better over here. People are crazy. Okay, people are crazy. Jen, I saw your post today about the find your horse and stay on it, however you did. And I about typed in all these GIFs underneath it that were so funny, like taking off on a horse. And then I was like, better watch my state. Right, but I agree. Are you going to win if you don't stay the course? No. Are you going to win if you dream the grass is greener? I don't know. Ask every divorced person. Do they think it's greener on the other side? No. It's horrible. It's rough. My friends are like, he doesn't change the toilet paper roll. I'm like, are you serious? I never have anyone help me with my kids. Like, never. Like, I'd love someone to just, like, make me a coffee. Wow, you lucky son of a gun. Right? Like they just operate in this state of frustration and why somebody didn't do anything and how I wish my team would perform. Well, teams are just like kids. They do what you do. If you have a dirty look on your face, they will have a dirty look on their face. If you are frustrated, they are frustrated. But if you change your state, you are the most fun-loving, leadership offering, empowering, calling everyone, staying positive, turning storms into rainbows, they will want to hang out with you no matter what you are selling. Your emotional state is the number one thing you have to control. How many of you guys have let it go during this 90-day run? A little bit. You've ever been frustrated, cried a tear, yelled at your spouse, threw something? Don't share that. right? Whatever it is. I don't have a spouse.
Ripped up your DMO and threw it in the air.
Right? Okay. Can you operate a DMO if your emotions are not in control? Sorry, Tim Grover's texting me. It's the only reason I got distracted. He's the best. Do you guys know who he is? He's the author of Relentless. He's Michael Jordan's trainer. He had his conference call tonight, and I was on there, and he shared my whole story with everybody. He just said, you knew I was going to use you. Love you. He's so funny. That's my mentor. We all need that, right? He's the only one who can kick me in the rear like I need it, and it hurts, right? I just spoke at 10X in front of 35,000 people. Everybody else was like, you're amazing, you're amazing. He called me and ripped me a new one for about 20 minutes. Quit giving all the credit away. Because nobody helped you do that but you. Why don't you tell them the good stuff? I'm like, they don't want to hear it. He goes, don't talk back to me. I was like, yes, sir. Understand. Okay. How many of you guys need a Jen? Like, Jen makes life funny. Jen has twins and another one. So did I. It's exactly what I had. It's not funny. It drives you to drink. It's true. Okay. That's why she likes wine so much. It's very hard, but it's a very big blessing. Guess what she has learned to do? In those hard times, she controls her state. That is why she is winning. She just did my mastermind. You guys know what pressure I put on her? I was so hard on her. Jen, how many times did I make you cry?
I cried a lot.
A lot.
I was
a lot. Cussed a lot. Right? I was over the top hard on her. Like really hard. Like probably made her question, I don't know if you're my girl or not. Right? That's how hard I was on her. Don't spit out your wine, or is it coffee?
It's funny, on the same line of emotions to now, I realized that, alcohol is, as things got harder, with our training and with our run and everything that we're in with life and kids, I realized that I was consuming more than I probably should. And it wasn't a problem. It just wasn't serving me. So I've had one glass in over a week. So, but again, no problem. But I didn't want it to alter my emotional state.
Yep. I'll tell you what, that's a leader. Okay. That's a leader who said, man, it's just something, it's nice. It's good for you once a day. Whatever they say. She's like, no, I see that it might slow my ascent. I'm going to go ahead and opt out. Okay, I do too. Everybody makes fun of me at events because I always have one in my hand. They're like, I've never actually seen you finish one. It's like, no, usually I spill it because I talk with my hands. Okay, but here's the thing. Controlling your emotional state is controlling every thought, every focus, everything, every reaction, every proactivity, right? It's being prepared the night before. It's not throwing stuff out there. It's being excellent. It's taking a DMO and just understanding that this DMO is going to teach you where to put your time, right? So first thing you need is that awakening, okay? You need an awakening to your potential. Do you guys get that like 1% of humans ever invest in their own future? No joke, 1%. 1% of people believe that they are worth $500. How horrible is that? Okay, it's a fact. But here's what I need you to understand. That is you. How many days do we play with our lives and we don't realize what we can actually create in 90 days? I changed my life in 90 days. 90 days, I went from a tent in an apartment that I had to pay the bills for with 3 kids. We didn't have much, scared to death. Had 3 jobs, started network marketing. I had 30 days to change my life and be able to pay rent the next month. I had friends cover it for 30 days. Okay, so if you had to do that, would you be acting differently than you did today? Most dangerous thing people have is comfort. I don't have to. My husband makes the money. You know what? Comfort is keeping you from living in freedom. which you can do, right? Most entrepreneurs that I work with, they call it a side hustle. I'm like, change your language. Oh my gosh. You're telling yourself it's a side hustle? Do side hustles make people free? No, they think it's a cool way to recruit people and just say, my side hustle pays for my car. My side hustle. I'm like, what? Right? Does that attract people? Hey, have 2 jobs. No, that doesn't attract people. I don't want 2 jobs. That sucks. I want to have a way to provide for my family and live free. And you have to get in control of your emotions and have an awakening that you, by investing in yourself, are more capable to create something massive than you're giving yourself credit for. If you knew how close you were, in 90 days, I made $11,000. No, actually I did it in 30 days. Excuse me. I made $11,000 in network marketing, and my percentages were way less than yours. Way less. Right? And it wasn't something that was consumable. Right? It wasn't something that was consumable, which people want to reorder and actually like. I did things like go up against Starbucks and be like a healthy coffee that tasted horrible, but if you put enough creamer in it, it's probably not healthy, and then you could consume it. It was so bad. I was like, I don't know. I did a shake company. I never drank them. I built the business. I was like, I don't know. I hear they taste like cake. You tell me. I like to chew my vegetables. It's terrible. I was like the worst recruit in the world. The other one, I sold phone, TV, internet, gas, electricity. Was like, hey, I know you're with DirecTV, but Dish is offering this great deal. I know you're a sports fan. I'm going to take away every awesome channel that your husband loves to watch, but do it for me, please. Imagine selling that. I know you're with AT&T and Verizon has no service in your area, but I can get it for you for cheaper, and you can make a percentage every single time you pay your phone bill. It's really the equivalent of $6, and you'll have no service. But let's go ahead and run this party out, see if we can make some money without our phones working. It was like horrendous, okay? I was not good. I still made $11,000 in 30 days because I got in control. I had this awakening, and I said, I will not stay here anymore. I have my hands on something amazing. Most people are going to quit. I knew that already. I was more like the Dumb and Dumber version of, you're saying there's a chance I could be a millionaire? You kidding me? This is awesome. Definitely couldn't be that with a job. Okay, there's 7 billion people in the world. If you just change your state and have that awakening and say, okay, I have some potential. I'm getting excited. I need to walk around with my computer. Okay, I have potential. I'm looking at your eyes, and I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking at your leader, and I'm like, you guys can crush this, right? I actually drank the pink drink. Oh my gosh, Jen, I got to show you this picture really quick. I drank it, then I called Jen and I go, okay, this is kind of delicious. Could we talk about this? Let's talk about what my team is doing. So I have a ton of health things. I got to show you this really quick, Jen. This is my son as he's going to school. I didn't send this to you. I meant to send it to you to post it. Look, this is last week. He's going to basketball. Do you see what he's holding?
Oh, my bottle.
He's holding your Plexus water bottle. He's like, I don't want your Delgado one. I want this one. I'm like, flex your muscle. I'm sending that to Jen. That's hilarious. He wouldn't use my branded water bottle. He wanted a Plexus water bottle. I was like, and she just left that at my house, and he took it over. Sorry, you don't get it back. I'll buy you another one. But I'm telling you guys, have that awakening, okay? So when you have that awakening and you understand you got to control your state, okay? You have to. It is the key to winning. You cannot let it go, okay? The scrolls are what help me control my emotional state. So Og Mandino, the 10 scrolls, it's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. Either one, Google it. You can read them. You don't have to download it. It's like free online, okay? That's the first one. The second step is this. Prepare your presence. If you're building online, I'm sure Jen has taught you this, okay? Your presence online has to rock, right? It's got to look professional. Your profile picture, your cover photo. Jen, have you covered all this?
We have done a lot on branding, but I know that I may be speaking for everybody, but I think everybody is kind of,
Into a little more.
gosh, I need to post differently. I need to use different verbiage. I need to give more value. What value can I bring? Like, I think they're kind of in that state, like the awakening. Like I
Okay.
need to do something.
Okay. Okay. So you want more eyeballs on you, right? You have to understand that everything is marketing. Everything. Okay. What is the last thing you bought online? What's the last thing you guys bought? Like really? What's mine are these things. So I can look at my computer and then I realized I should try them on first because it's not, they're kind of ugly. But the blue things, I bought these online, an ad popped up. Okay. Why do you think I bought these? What was the ad about? You guys know? Yeah, guess. Samantha, go for it.
I see them. It's just about how the blue light on your screens are horrible for you and can give you
Right?
headaches. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
I went online right away and looked at them for like my kids, me.
See? It did. It scared me. It scared me. I was scared into drinking or into like drinking the Kool-Aid bottom right there. Lady Boss glasses. I don't know if they help or not. I did a little Googling. It didn't even matter, but I bought. Why? Okay, fear. So take a look at this. What does your product do? Health, correct? You got to scare some peeps, right? You got to scare some peeps. Get some stats. 62% of people die of heart disease every single year. That's not a true stat. Get a correct one. I did that up. That wouldn't be factual. But, right, yeah, don't write that down. Delgado said, okay, I can't see you guys with these on. It's going to be a work in progress. Give me wear those. I'd rather wear my headband. It's cooler. It's funnier. Okay, so use that. What did you buy? What kind of buyer are you? I was a fear-based. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go blind. I'm on my computer every single day. I better get those glasses. Oh, look, they're on this girl, and they look really amazing on her. She looks kind of like a model. Maybe I'd be good in glasses. Like, maybe. I bought them. I don't, in fact, actually look good at all. I will never be in a picture with them. So it's okay. I bought them. Can't return them. Okay, now I'm going to give you tactics that are the same thing. If you want your presence online, you have to show your life. Everything's marketing. What you do as a parent, what you do in business, what you do in life. And then once in a while you pop in and you go, man, I'm just really grateful that every single day I drink something that helps reduce the risk of this, of this, of this. I had a friend who had a heart attack this week. Don't make stuff up, but you know what I'm saying? Like use the stories to fear people into buying. Because guess what? I was feared into starting network marketing. Thank goodness I did. To go, what are you going to do now? You're never going to be able to pay the bills. I was like, you're right. So I'm going to spend some money and sign up for something I have no idea what to do. But thank goodness I did. Sometimes people just don't know. So use that tactic, okay? What are the other things you bought? You bought because of emotion. You bought because of look. You bought because of whatever, right? Pay attention to the kind of buyer you are. That is probably the kind of people you are going to attract. Okay? It's a big marketing lesson right there. If you know what type of things you love, okay, so if you like classy things, if you like Louboutins, if you like brand name stuff, great. Take pictures dressed up fancy, drinking pink drink. This is the only thing that goes with my shoes. Right? You see what I'm saying? What kind of buyer are you? If you're a mom, put it in a sippy cup with your kids and be like, my sippy, your sippy. We're all making it today. Healthier, happier, wealthier. See what I'm saying? Like, what's your audience? Speak their language. Get creative. Don't do normal posts of, here's my product. I'm having a sale. Come on now. I will crush you. Okay? Look at it. See, people are popping on all day. When's your next course? How do I buy from you? I'm busy. See you in Las Vegas, man. You are everywhere. People are posting your courses, your pictures. Okay, get your clients, your customers to post immediately and tag you in it. How many of you guys ask every single customer to take a picture of them drinking it and tag you in it? You get that's a normal referral source type thing. I'd do it for insurance. Why not do it for a drink? I know you guys do more than that, but you know what I'm saying? Run this like a multi-million-dollar business. If you made tennis shoes, would you expect every client you had to take a picture of them and post them? Yes. Every result. It's not about you posting their result. It's about them posting their result and tagging you in it. You want people to attract to you, right? You got to be out there loving your life, not being emotional all over the place, sharing, spamming, right? You have to raise your message, not your voice. Your message is health. Your message is freedom. Your message is life. Your message is not doing the same thing everybody else is doing. Your message is hope. Your message is retirement, right? Your message is you love personal development. You've never been interested to it. You've never invested in yourself. Now you have worth and you're building a business, and who would have ever thought? That is what people attract to, right? Have an awakening to your potential. Get really clear with your emotions. Get them in control. When your mind's in control, your emotions are in control. Okay, your mind's got to be stronger than your emotions. Tim Grover said that, not me. Okay, he man, drilled that into me. You know what he said tonight? Here's what he said to me. Okay, you have to quote him on it, not me. If you quote him. He said, the pain of regret is the only pain that never goes away. And I was like, you know how many people are afraid of dying without like making a difference? Okay, there's two things that really motivate people. The science of achievement and the art of fulfillment. They want to make a difference. They want to be important. Guess what network marketing does? Both. You know why it hits so many marks? But here's the thing. Why do people quit network marketing? They either don't win or they don't grow. Yep. So if they're not pouring into personal development, why would they if you aren't? Why wouldn't you be posting every single day? Your Audible on your run, whatever you're listening to. I post clips when I'm running, or, you know, what I call running. My version of running, okay? My Audible, or when I'm on the Peloton, and I'll post the Audible, and people are like, what is that? What are you reading? I'm like, there's my people. Your network marketing is not just like, or your marketing is not to attract people, it's to sort people, okay? It's to sort who you want there and who you don't. So as you're doing this, it's about raising your message, who you are, how do you live your life? Man, people want to be a part of that. They want to know why you're different. In the beginning, they kind of rip on you online for being different. That's okay. It goes away. Like, who cares? Love them for it. Be like, I know I'm wild and crazy, trying something new. Love it. Have a good day. Right? Like, don't let it make you mad. Right? I did 10X. You know how many people wrote me? I had like 3 people who wrote me horrible things about, how could you be that successful if you haven't taken care of your health? You need my health supplement. I'm like, dudes, they have no idea that I've been through cancer twice, that I've had everything I've had, that I have every medical professional in the world helping me right now. But that was their message to me. And my friends read that and were like, I'll crush them online. Because I got a lot of famous friends online, right? I'm like, stop, hold on. And I sent them a voice message and said, man, thank you so much for caring about my health. I'm glad that you're so passionate about what you do. I've got a team that's amazing, been through a lot. I'll be happy to, take a look at what you've got going on, send it on over, right? What's your story? How has it helped you? Love that you're passionate about health. Okay. After a couple conversations, I gave them a little guidance on how to write someone in a better way next time and not be offensive to them. Right. So I taught someone. Guess who signed up for my course? Butthole number 1. Right? I taught him a lesson. That wasn't kind. I should let that stuff go. But see, just get in control, right? Get in control of your emotional state, market to the right people, be who you are, share your day, right? Like I share my health journey. I share, what I do for business. I got thousands of people who watch my stories when I travel, I just want you to understand, like, I don't want you to work like if you work so hard and you guys are like frustrated when you're working with Jen, and like how many guys got frustrated on this journey? 90 days, because she's probably putting pressure on you. I like probably nearly killed her. Definitely killed her blood pressure. Okay. I know she's amazing, but you got to listen to her and love your life. Love the opportunity to work with her. Like, don't be frustrated with the DMO, man. Dive in with her. Be excited. I'm sure you guys are, because that's what kind of leader she is. I just want to challenge you. Like, do you know how lucky you are to run with her? Man, she's got some of the best leaders in the world who had good businesses asking her, how the heck do you do this online? We don't know how to do that. We've been doing home meetings for our whole lives. If we stop, we're going to die. I'm like, oh my gosh, if you keep going, you're going to die. Let's just talk about that for a minute. Right? So everything's perspective, right? She's here for you, man. I guarantee you she'll give you more than any of the names ever will. Right? It's why people like me. I go up on stage and I still answer all my messages. Nobody answers my messages. Right? They're like, who runs your social media? They have the voice just like you. I'm like, me? I don't let anybody touch my social media. Are you kidding me? That's my multi-million-dollar business. Nobody is sending a message except me. I don't know how you go to work, man. Well done. Somebody tell me what to do. I'd be like, oh, I choose joy. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. Right? You guys have such an opportunity. I just think so many people play with their talents. Look at you guys are like professional, beautiful humans, and you have the ability to win online. Have you guys read? Oh, wait, my computer's on it. Hold on. You should see my I have like my apples from Starbucks, my books, and this platter holding up my computer right now because I'm not at my house. Okay. This is called Unscaled. It's a great book. Don't read it right now because it'll overwhelm you. It's like more of a business scaling type thing, but it's talking about how artificial intelligence and the new generation gives individuals the ability to take out mass companies because of the online era. Guess what? Big names want me to come and speak for them because I have a better, more loyal tribe than they do. Hey, can you promote this for us? I was like, sure I can. They're like, that's amazing. I'm like, there's a charge for sure. It's a big one, right? They're like, are you serious? I'm like, are you serious? Do you like charge for your talents or are you a nonprofit? Oh, your profit? Me too. Mine's worth more than yours. I tell them to buy, they buy. Why? Because I build up trust. And they're like, okay, we'll pay you. And I go, great. That's not it. Tell me about your product. Show me what it does. I'm only promoting it if I believe in it. They're like, this is a nightmare. I'm like, welcome to being valuable. Right? You guys probably don't know how valuable you are. That's it. I want you to really like live your life and it be congruent to your marketing. But you see how you get a little creative? Next time you hit buy, ask yourself, take notes. Why did I do that? Why am I? How can I apply that to my own marketing? Right? Start studying buying habits. Start like, okay, look, I don't read these. I read look, I brought these with me. These are ones that came to my house. Okay, ink. You know what? This guy came from nothing. I've met him. I've spoken with him 2 or 3 times. He's awesome. Okay, came from nothing. Hustle, grind, succeed. I'm not really the hustle person. I'm more of like, get your priorities in order. I'm not the sacrifice everything till you die. I'm like, then you will be dead. I don't understand. Okay, I'm more of the like, yes, I don't do ridiculous things like everybody else does. I sacrifice certain things, but there is also a list of things I won't sacrifice, right? I'll be home for soccer. Makes sense? Okay, so take a look. Read these. Read their marketing. This is what gets people's attention. The Damon John way. Okay, where is your company and hype cycle? I read all these. Fast Company. You guys even know who this is? It's the CEO of Apple. Nobody even knows who he is. Isn't that amazing? It'd be amazing. Okay, Tim Cook, Breakthrough Products. I'd be mad if I were him. It looks like they dyed his hair blue. The world's 50 most innovative companies. You should be read about this. This would just give you ideas. Apply it to your marketing. That's where I get my ideas. Oh, who's this dude? What's he get most of the flack about online? Scientology, right? Okay, so be like, oh, look who's on the cover of People. Be like, I'm not a Scientologist, but I'm a scientist. You want to talk about something that will save you, right? Like, use what's happening in the world. This girl, who's this? She's so beautiful. Russian, okay? Making it. Read all the, look at this. Don't do that one. Hot sex tips. Skills, hot sex skills, okay? Point it out and be like, drop a picture like this, be like, I'm going live to talk about it. And then be like, I'm not talking live about that. I'm talking about marketing. Are you kidding me? You guys are nasty, right? Like, be creative with people, okay? Jen, her new life. It's a single mom. Be like, moms unite. Let's do this, right? Like I pay attention to everything. You better bet I've read every single billboard out here. Why do you think I got this view? I'm studying marketing. Right? I fell asleep reading billboards and watching and be like, is that how they promote what's coming up next? Great, now put it to video. Okay, you got to make every single title like one of those. Hot sex skills. Don't make it that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you can make that. I bet people will watch. People have loved mine, like, the truth about my personal relationship. People were like, oh, she's going to talk about her dating life. I didn't talk about my dating life. I talked about my relationship with myself. Just get creative. I did my top, okay, what did they used to call network marketing? Get rich quick scheme, right? So I did a video called my top 6 get rid of quick schemes. And I talked about things that we allow in our life that we shouldn't. Like, I study marketing. People ask, how did you accelerate so much faster than everybody else? Because I treated it like it was a multi-million-dollar business when it was a $2.72 a month residual income business. I'll just mic drop. I don't have one. There you go. Does that make sense? I know you've heard that before, but that's what it means to take it serious like a multi-million-dollar business. You know how much money goes into these? Or books. I go into every single bookstore in every airport I'm in, and I take a picture, and I back out, and I look at my camera, and I go, which book stands out? Guess what my new book cover is designed like? The ones that stuck out the most. It's like 97 bookstores that I built my book cover from. Who thinks about that? Nobody. You know what I did? My book titles, I put 2 out there, I ran ads, and I saw which one got the most engagement. Guess which title I'm using? The one that got the most. Who does that? Well, that's what the big dogs do that I read about in magazines and online ads and public journals and entrepreneur. So here's what I'm telling you. How many of you think you could apply yourself a little bit more to build your multi-million-dollar business? Like, please understand, you have all of the skills and power and tools, and what Jen is teaching you to do, if you stay so focused on that, literally what she's teaching is what I did. It's exactly what I did. Like I've gone through all of this with her, learning what she does, questioning, talking, she's adding in what I've taught, what she's taught, what she's learned from John and Nutty Melton, all the legends, right? Do you get that she's brought in every legend and they don't say yes to everybody? Jen's done something called build influence. You do it too, right? And it doesn't take that long. Jen, how long you been doing all this personal development? This year, right? Really investing in yourself and doing all the trainings?
Yeah, I tuned in hardcore behind the scenes to John and Nadia, and same with Bob, and I approach them when I feel like I may have something to offer them in return, by working with them.
It's a big key right there. Does that make sense? So just know this, okay? She's crushing it. Hang with her, right? You get all the extra good stuff. That's what I did. When somebody's running, grab hold, right? Grab hold, hug tight, share her out, do all those things that attach you with greatness, right? It's amazing. Be aware. You are part of a 1% of humans who actually care about skyrocketing. Truth is, it's like if people really knew how close they were, they might freak out. But people quit, people give in, people go, oh, could it be me? I don't look like that. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm like, dude, I helped a guy win who had no teeth, by the way. Literally had no teeth. I almost didn't let him sign up because I was like, you're not going to make it. I was very judgmental. And he was my number one recruiter. Everybody loved Toothless Lonnie. It was his name. Maybe I shouldn't have shared that. It's probably rude. Like if you give yourself an out and say, I don't know, I don't have enough time, I'm doing this, I'm trying to squeeze it all in. Nobody says how much time it has to take. That's up to you. Everybody's amount of time that they put in will be different. You could do it on 1 hour a day if you were really efficient with it. If you recruit like your heart believed in it, you could do it in an hour a day, right? Your story will look different. My story looks like no other leading network marketer that I know of. How many of you guys play those games? You compare yourself with others. Oh, she did it. Look how much she works. Look at this. Look at their following. I don't have enough friends. You do everything you can to sabotage yourself. Why? How is that fair? Like somebody created you. Not fair. Okay, whether you believe it was a ball of gas or God or whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. You're here. You're here. It's not an accident. Like, why do you think, like it's not your choice. It's your choice what you do with it. I didn't have skills. Okay, but I did know I was set apart. I was set apart that I was not going to live in regret. I was set apart that if I just did it for a couple years, I knew I could figure something out. I became a millionaire in 2.5 years. Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody said, what the heck are you doing? I was like, I don't know, I'm investing everything I have in training. They're like, Danelle, your kids, just get a job. Raise your kids, you can do this later. All of my friends who told me that still don't get to see their kids. My kids travel the world with me. I thought about before, it makes me cry. Like, what if I would have listened to them? I was close several times. I was pretty dang close to listening to them going, maybe they're right. Maybe I should just raise my kids and I can live my dream when they're older. You know how amazing my kids are? My kids could close any one of you on anything. They're amazeballs. They are good, man. Right? They're also amazing humans. They also give back. We spent our entire weekend, right? Then I did one simple post. We raised a couple $1,000s for charity last Sunday for feeding children around the world. $80. It's amazing. We fed like 31 kids for a year because of a social media thing. Man, that's what I did it for, not to be a millionaire. My science of achievement was really high. I wanted to achieve. I wanted to make a difference in this world. But my art of fulfillment comes from teaching my kids how to make a difference. So what you have in your hands, like, it goes way beyond. The problem is you're thinking about building $1 million business or a 6-figure business or whatever is exciting for you. That's not the goal, right? You'll miss the goal. You'll land below it. The goal is do something so big you can give like crazy. The goal is what are you going to do when you do it? Then you'll go do it. Does that make sense? The goal is not to do it. You got your eyes probably on the wrong target. Like, honestly, all I wrote down in my journal 9 years ago when I started this was I wanted to matter. How sad that I didn't think I mattered. It's actually really sad to think about, but I just wanted to matter. Everybody in my life told me I didn't. I was divorced. I had 3 kids. I was like the ultimate fail story. My family was completely humiliated, dropped out of medical school. When I was like the hope of the family, they were devastated by what I did. They still don't speak to me. I write down that I'm grateful for them every single day. And I hope they don't live with resentment or hurt or hate. It would kill people. I want them to know that they are loved and that they matter, that they make a difference. That is what this journey is about. Know your potential, right? prepare that presence online. Like, do this for the end game of being that human that matters more than you ever thought you could, that on a live conference call, one of the most powerful humans in the world wants to tell your story. Right? If you watch my stories, the part that he said about me is on there that I caught. I was like, oh, he's talking about me. Come on, Instagram, pull up. Dang it. Okay. I want you to understand, like, that you happen to be on this call that I'm on, that Jen had you on. Do you know how many things had to line up like dominoes in order to make us have this meeting, that it's going to trigger 1, 2, maybe 3 of you to go do it? And 2 years from now, you're going to send me a message and go, remember that call you did for Jen Cooper? Made a huge difference. I get messages like that all the time. I got one from an insurance agent that said, remember that conference that you spoke at for that insurance company and you called me out in front of everyone? It's a guy. He goes, and I was completely humiliated and I kind of flipped you off with my eyes. He goes, I told you what I wanted to do. I did 2 million over that this year. 2 years later, I just had to say thank you. You were the kick in the butt I needed. Like, you never know, but there's a reason you ended up on this call, to hear this information and shift something. But it takes 90 days of commitment to prove what you're really capable of. Because once you know, you won't ever go backwards. You won't. Once you take, like Jen's, she's screwed for life, man. She's tasted how great she can actually be. I've ruined her for life. She's never going back. Greece, wherever I go, she's coming, man. Can't go backwards. You can't. Like, how could you, right? And that life that we're going to live in Greece, you kidding me? She's going to bring every single one of you along. That's the thing. I just want you to have your sights focused on that. Like, I firmly believe you've got a shot as all get out. I don't work with everybody. I don't do this with everybody. I work with the top 10% of humans. The top 10%, that is you. You're here. You've paid. You have proved it. Jen definitely has. Why? Because the top 10% of humans are the ones who actually give back in this world with what they get. I don't want to work with people who don't care about giving back. I don't work with people who are lazy. I don't work with people who kind of want to win. You can win for your family faster than you ever believed. I still, like, I sit here in the penthouse going, how'd this happen? I sometimes just make the curtains open and close like they're blackout curtains. This morning I made it do it 3 times. Like, this is really cool. I used to just see this on the movies. This is my life. This is my life. We raised thousands for charity this weekend with my kids. We packed 300 and some thousand meals. We got people to donate online. I get to speak with the founder of UGG Boots, the co-founder of Kajabi. I'm the headliner. How does this happen? I'm one of the only females doing it, which ticks me off. I'd like some competition. Life's getting boring. Why not you? I was sitting in a room like you are right now, looking to someone talk, and I was like, I kind of want to do that. Could I do that? Can I do that? How many of you guys have had that feeling before? Like, you saw this and you're like, I can maybe do that. Okay, that is instinct. That is not a normal feeling. If you've had that, that's instinct telling you it is meant to be real. I believe it 100% because not everybody gets that. Like, I meet a lot of people in this world, and a lot of people were like, you are awesome. They have no change in their state. They don't want to be different. If you have had that, like, please take that seriously. I feel like I'm making you all cry. Don't cry. Like, unless they're happy tears. Am I too intense? Jen, I can pause. Do you want me to pause?
No, I don't want, you are not too intense. I would love everything you say. I think everybody's kind of feeling like do you guys feel like your heads are about to explode? It is some serious stuff.
I feel like I should brand ice packs.
You do, little mask things.
I do. Oh, look at that. You are awesome.
Awesome.
Guys,
Keep talking.
I can go all night. What do you guys want to do? I'm in Vegas. Supposedly nobody sleeps here. I don't know. I slept twice yesterday. I took a nap. I went and got a 2-hour massage, and then I slept 12 hours last night. It was awesome. I'm like, this is amazing. Did I die? Is everything okay? Your heart more than your head. Yes. Okay, we're heart people. Anyone who's not a heart person has just tried to cover it up. That's it, right? Jen's tough as nails, but I'll tell you what, to her core, she'd give up anything in the world to help any one of you succeed. Right? You know what? Jen's so amazing. We did a competition. I was so hard on Jen. So hard on Jen. Jen, how do you do coming in second place?
Not happening again.
It was the best thing in the world that could have happened to you because now you knew. You already knew how you could have won it. Right? Let up a little bit. Guess what? Everybody knew how hard she worked and what she did in that battle she played with herself. First place wanted to give it to her. Said she deserves it more than I did. Right? And Jen was like, really? I'm like, no, it's not happening. Now, Jen is learning a lifelong lesson because Jen is one of the most remarkable students I've ever worked with. Clients, I shouldn't say student, and friends. She's remarkable, and she is more capable than she has any idea, and probably you guys too. I'm just saying. I don't always know. I don't know. Crazy enough, Tim Grover has to tell me. It's like, when are you going to stop playing around? Right? I called him, and he's like, why are you frustrated? Why are you yelling at me? I'm like, I'm not yelling on you. I'm texting. He goes, I can tell by your exclamation points you're yelling at me. And I said, I'm tired of underachieving. I can do more. I'm tired of being beat. And he goes, you're not underachieving. You just underestimated yourself. Why don't you stop doing that? Thank you, sir. I stand corrected. Right? I don't know what happens to us sometimes. Sometimes life kicks us. Sometimes it beats us around. Sometimes it's a human who's beat us up a little bit mentally. Sometimes it's just a situation. Sometimes it's just where we're currently at. But I do know that your mind and your heart are stronger than any circumstance that can come your way. And I will tell you, whatever that person, that experience took from you, it wasn't theirs to take. You can get it back. Right? You can get it back. I was told I was a horrible human being, that I just love money. Right? I worked for a church before this. All of them, when I got divorced, you know who was there standing by my side? No one. I ended up in a battle for my kids. Of them saying I worked too much. I didn't really care about my kids. You kidding me? I almost believed them. I almost let it crumble and fall. I almost quit. Hundreds of thousands of people would not be changed if I would have quit. The same 100,000, the same million are waiting on you. My goal was to help 1,000 people who would help 1,000 people, who would return my teaching, my training, my heart, my passion, anything, so that I could make 1 million person mark on this planet. Well, I'm at 467. Every single book they get at a retreat has a number on it. I count every single life. I'm very intentional. Jen, do you know what your number was?
I believe
Look.
200 something.
Awesome. Right? Like you look at how intentional I am. I want you to be so excellent, so intentional. You got to think bigger. Because it's not about making a 6-figure business. It's way beyond that. 6-figure business is happening, man. 7-figure business is happening. Keep going. Run. Faster. Stay focused. Remember the impact you were meant to make, because nobody else can make yours. Yeah, sure, they might pass you and find somebody else to learn from. Who loses if you don't win? Right?
That's classic. I think you guys all have that in your heads by now, right? Who loses? I would love to, for some of you to be able to ask Danelle a question. Ask her something, network marketing is your thing. you know, for most of you, I believe, what would you like to ask her? She's very accomplished in network marketing and in business, branding, marketing. What would you like to ask her? And there's no stupid question.
Don't be shy. Just ask me. I'm really nice. I won't be mean like I am to Jen. Just kidding.
No, love tap.
It's a little velvet hammer.
I don't mind asking a question.
Yes, Donna.
So I try to figure out who to market to, because I've tried for I have 4 daughters.
Okay.
From 32 to 20.
Awesome.
So I have tried to maybe reach those people in a sense, because I don't know, raising them, but I don't. So I thought that approach, and then I thought, do I work towards some people my age, which I'm 54.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just lost on, you know, I feel like at times, like you said, I'm just throwing stuff up there, see if something will stick.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Here's the thing. What is the result that you give people? What's the number one result?
I feel like I give people, like, people know I am a caring person.
Awesome. Okay. And your product?
I think.
Yeah. And your product, what's the number one result that it gives?
A better living, a better way of life, a better.
Yep. Be even more specific. Like, are we talking health, weight loss, freedom, income, right? Talk to me about those things.
Are you asking? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you most excited?
Well, what I'm most excited about is the financial freedom that I need.
Awesome.
Like, I have 10 years left to retire, let's say.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So if that's what you're most excited and passionate about, then your niche is you.
Okay.
Right? That's probably who you're friends with, but you don't have to niche it down that big, right? You can mix it up. You can be like, what I wish I knew in my 30s, go. And you're hitting your daughters. It could be, I plan on retiring in 2 years. Want to know how? Right? It can, you know, I think it sounds like to me you're an over-analyzer maybe a little bit. You want to hit the right market and work on things really hard.
Right. And honestly, and Jody is my wonderful friend. That's right there. Anyway, she knows this story. She knows this story. I worry about what my daughters think.
Yes. Okay. So here's what I will tell you about that one. That's probably the hardest thing in the world. What keeps people from marketing online is judgment. Okay. Judgment of other people. One thing I learned is people don't really care about you that much.
I know.
Okay.
I've learned that the hard way.
They don't really care. But so for instance, I have a course going right now, and I've got like 135 people in there, and almost all of them were deathly afraid. Their homework was to do a live video, and their only intent was to get somebody to share it. Okay. And they were like, why can't we just do a video? Why do we have to do something to share it? I'm like, why do a video if people aren't sharing it? What is the point of doing a video, right? I was having them like right away. They're like, oh, we're so worried about the message we're going to share when we really need to be worried about connecting with other people, right? So I got their eyes off the frustration part. But guess what? Every single one of them came to grips with the reason they hadn't created success yet is because their number one fear is a fear of judgment. Fear of what people think. And if we don't help you get rid of that, you won't build this. You won't. Okay. But here's the thing. You can overcome it very quickly. The faster you work and the more you share, the more it will go away.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a very real thing. It's a very real thing. But what I figured out is when I stopped caring so much and I started caring more about the results I was helping people have, what I would tell you, Donna, is I want to help you go have one really big success story. Maybe it's a health result. Maybe it's a financial result that you help somebody else get who you're already working with. Because if we can help you get one, you no longer have to be afraid about what people think because you proved it to yourself that it's working, that it's worth it. And that's what I had to do. I had to go create a win myself that other people's thoughts couldn't hurt me anymore. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it does go away. The more you talk about it, the more they kind of go away. For your daughters, here's what I would suggest. A Zoom call with all of them. And you have a very big heart-to-heart with them and say, listen, this may not be on you guys. I think this is on me. But to be 54, did you say 54?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To be 54, wanting to build something else with my life that I really love, that I really believe in, that may or may not work. You just say that to them to give them a little, right, grace. All I want more than anything is you guys to love me and believe in me. Can you help me on this? I want to ask you for 90 days to just give me encouraging words. I don't need anybody else feeding me with doubt. Like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that will be the bravest thing you do, and asking for a pass for 90 days can change your life, and that's what I had to do. I had to ask for permission to live my heart out. And it's sad to think that we have to ask that, but we can't expect them to do it without us asking. And I guarantee you, they might come alongside you. Here's what you need. You need one person who it matters to, who's in that special place in your brain to believe in you, and that's all you need. Yeah. But if you don't have that, that's probably what's debilitating. Even if they don't mean to and they just love you, right?
Right.
Like, you have to say and put your foot down and take a stand for you. Girls, I need you on my side for 90 days. It's hurting me. I know you don't mean to. I know you'd never hurt your mom, right? You can throw some jokes in there and go, but it hurts me to think that I might be an embarrassment to you, and I want to win like crazy. Can you give me 90 days of your best belief like I raised you with? That'll be a good statement. You should write that down. Listen to this.
I'm trying really fast.
Okay, you'll have the recording.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Donna, set the tone. I'll tell you, when you set that tone, the world will start conspiring to help you. It's just how it works. Like, how do you guys have those unspoken things that drive you nuts when your spouse jabs at you or your friend or your something? Like what I did when they did that, I'd stop it right then and I go, hey, that really hurts me. I know you're kind of being funny, but I need you to stop that, or I need to not talk to you for 90 days. They'd be like, are you serious? I'd be like, 100%. I want to win. And those things really hurt my confidence. I'm really building a new level of me this year. Would you be my tag team partner in that? And ask them this, Donna. Okay. Now, I'm sure all of you are getting something from this because you have people like this. Okay. Donna, the other thing you want to go, and can I just ask this before we go, is there anything I could be doing that could help you? Maybe have I been judgmental to you, or is there anything that you need me to ease up on for you? They'll be like,
I'm afraid of that answer.
It's okay. Whatever they say.
It's okay, right. No.
Whatever they say, you just say yes to. Go, I'm sorry. Yep, I didn't see that. Thank you for calling attention to that. I love you. You hang up, you call Jen or me, and you will cry together, and it's okay. Because they're gonna speak from their self-awareness. Mm-hmm. It's usually not accurate, especially if they're younger and they haven't done all this work that you're doing. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. But that way you have showed them what to do, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You have to message me on Facebook after you have that conversation. I'm going to check in on it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You are a beautiful soul. I can tell. Oh, good work.
You have no idea. The people in this call, the people in this group, they are so much more amazing than I know that they realize.
I can tell. You can tell by all their eyeballs that I see. They're good hearts. All of them.
I know that Erin had a question that she actually asked me earlier, and she couldn't believe that you were an introvert.
Oh, dude. Look, I'm hiding here by myself. So bad. I don't even like when people touch me. It's very weird. Like, everyone's like, we're coming over and we're going to hug you. I'm like, fine, please don't rub me. It's like awkward. But here's the thing. This is why. I can do what I need to. Like, I'm getting ready to go to this big event. I'm speaking at Caesar's Palace. Okay. And hold up, my daughter. Okay. And see, my priorities always in line. I gotta check that first. I give so much energy. It's really hard for me. Like, when I have retreats at my house, Jen, how late do you guys stay? Stay till we're done, right?
We just don't sleep.
We just don't sleep, right? So that's like everybody knows in my life, and they prep me for those times, and then I have to go and retreat because I heal alone, right? I can be in those places when I speak, when I'm off a Zoom call, when I'm off Friday Night Live, I'm exhausted. I'm out. I put all my energy into that. But I am, if I could choose, like my friends, like Brad, I don't know if you guys know Bradley, he owns Lightspeed. And he's like, we're going out tonight, sister. And I'm like, kill me. Worst nightmare in the world. I don't want to go out in Vegas. I hate Vegas. Like, people, bleh, drinking. I'm like, I don't want to feel bad. He's like, you're such a loser. I'm like, I'm amazing. Right? Like, they just kind of tease me. I just, like, large crowds is not, like, I think it's why I built my business online, because I can be like, good night, right? And I can go back to, like, heal myself, which is crazy though, because I love people. I love people with everything I am. But I think experiences in life, people hurt me a lot. And so those walls and the boundaries that I keep are very important. For instance, my home, I've never let people come over to my home. So I bought this last home to bring people in. I've got 2 more retreats, and then I will not be doing any more retreats at my home. I'm actually buying a new property. It took away my safe environment. And I didn't know it would do that. I thought, oh, I won't travel as much. Bring them to me. But it wiped me out. And now my home just feels exhausting, which is crazy, right? You wouldn't think that. My home's amazing and beautiful, and I love serving people in it. But I have to have a place of restoration for me. So yeah, 100% very, very introverted.
So on that note of being introverted, Erin, ask her, I know that you have concerns about branding and kind of, as an introvert, being out, putting myself out there. Ask her what you were telling me about earlier.
So it's hard sometimes. It's like feels incongruent. Like, I've worked really hard over the last year to get myself out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
But something about it, and I don't know if you have tools to keep pushing past that, because there's this part of me, and it's been there for about the last year, that feels like there's something that I have to offer. There's something that's supposed to come forward, but it takes every bone in my body to, like, I wasn't even present on Facebook before. I really was, like, that in and of itself was like a whole move. Like, everything takes these big strides to, like, work through. And I get exactly what you're saying. Like, otherwise I like to retreat. My home is, it's my retreat. It's not about not loving people. I actually do. Yep. It is one of my strengths, is loving on my team and building them up. But it doesn't take away that I'm an introvert, and I don't want that to be an excuse. I just don't know how to push through those other levels.
Yeah, here's what I believe. Our greatest win is on the other side of our greatest weakness. You're like it is. That feeling that you have of it just takes everything you've got. That should be your normal. That should be every day. I threw up for the whole first year of speaking before I'd go on stage. I have drills that I do with my hands. I had, like, the last, Hustle and Grind in April I spoke at, they were doing an introduction of me, and I think, Jen, you saw this, and I held up the phone as they were doing the intro, and my hands were like this before, and I was like, like trying to, and then I set it on a table to like try, and people started commenting in there. Is that your hand? Is that you shaking? Are you all right? And are you that nervous? And I flipped it around and I was like, dude, this is the real deal. Yes, it is still not comfortable for me. After I'm done, there's such adrenaline. Once I get up there, I can do it. But it's actually a skill set. Like introverts can love people a lot more. But it's a skill set that you train your adrenaline to actually help you do uncommon things. So you have to get, like, here's what you'll know. When you feel that, it's the right move. You're doing the right thing. It will flip, okay? It will start to be like now when that happens, I'm like, oh, I'm excited. This is going to be great, right? And it will, but you have to do this. Okay, you set your sights on this amount of time, and then you have a recovery period. You can never skip that. Okay, if you have to do it every day, you do it every day. If you have to do it every Saturday, you do it every Saturday. For me, I have to do it every 90 days. I will just be completely transparent for you, Erin. I have had one of the hardest 9 months of my life and the hardest 2 weeks of probably my entire life. That is why I'm here, recovering before I have to go speak. I don't know how I'm going to speak on Saturday. I've had like life crisis happen. I got cancer again last year and nobody knew about it. Jen knew about it a little bit at the end. Went through radiation again, fought through a whole kinds of things, had a relationship blow up and be horrible. Had just thing after thing after thing, and I'm here taking care of me because I skipped my last 90 day that I always did. You have to know what works for you, pay very close attention to it, and do it. Otherwise, as an introvert, it will shut you down like crazy. Like not much slows me down. Like it takes like a tornado. And literally Bonnie, who's my accountant, kind of adopted mother, she's also nannies for me when I'm gone. She literally was like, open your computer, book a ticket, get a room, or I'm not letting you see your children. She's like, you have to go take care of yourself. And then she saw people here at my hotel room last night because I forgot and I posted that I was in Las Vegas. And people came over. They were only here for an hour. It was good. But she like, you have to, and you have to have somebody in your life who is a sounding board for that and who will hold you accountable to that. So you probably know, like when you're working and you go, oh, I reached my threshold, write it down, take note of what's been happening, how many days that was, and then you pace yourself. Yeah. Because people are amazing, but people are draining. So you all should do that, no matter if you're an extrovert or an introvert. Mm-hmm. You have to do that for your family. You have to do that with your spouse. Do not ever say to your spouse, hey, just let me work like this, and as soon as we get there, there'll be time for us. No. Date nights, family nights. Mm-hmm. Don't skip the ball games. Don't. It's not necessary. You can do all of it. Does that make sense? Do not sacrifice what you can't get back. And anybody who tells you that's wrong, I will hurt them. They're wrong. They're lying to you. Yeah. Does that help?
I love that. No, that really does help. And because I've experienced that pattern. Go, give, and then crash, and I have to disappear from everyone. And they're like, where'd you go?
Yeah, I go to the beach a lot. You guys see me myself at the beach a lot. That's where I go. Water's healing for me. And then they sent me to the desert and it snowed. I'm like, oh no, it's an internal storm happening and I brought winter to Vegas. But yeah, like know your spots, right? And make sure you do it. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Well, and it's good to know that, like, as an introvert, it's not, I think sometimes coming into it, you can look at extroverts and be like, it's just so easy. It's like not going to work because I'm not introverted. Like you are proof that of great things, even as an introvert, you know?
Yeah, we look for those things as humans. I don't know why we do this, but we're like, she's blonde, she's brunette, she has a bigger following, she has more friends, she has that. Like, we come up with the like most ridiculous things. What is it? Somebody said in my group last night. They were like, yeah, she's just in that age range. What did she say? She said something super ridiculous. I'm not a mom, so I just can't relate to mom. I'm like, go ahead and, this is what I said. This was really mean. I said, quit, then just quit. If you're going to keep comparing yourself to everybody else, quit. It's not going to work. Right? And she was like, you're kind of harsh. I said, I'm sorry. I'm in my wind down zone. I said, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Listen, you were made to be you for a reason. So listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your family. Just, you got to, people are like, trust your intuition. I'm like, no, train it first. Then you can trust it. Don't train your weak side. Don't train what protects you. Your body's designed to protect you and help you survive, not help you win. You have to train it. Like, I read books so much that when people said things like, you just love money, or you're doing this, or you're sacrificing too much, I was like, well, actually, Andrew Carnegie, who's much more successful than you, said this, or Napoleon Hill said this, or I don't want to exchange bank accounts with you, so I don't hear what you say. Right? So that's what I did. I trained my intuition to know when it was a yes, when it was a no. And I built my life around my own personal mission, vision, values. And if it aligned with that, it was a yes. If it did not align with that, it was a no. I'm still that way. Jen's heard me say it, right? Like, people will give me, I had a huge offer from someone who's very, very huge. And they were like, Danelle, we want you to do this. But we're going to do it this way. And you can't tell them that you're going to do this. And I go, nope, I'm sorry, I'm out. And they were like, are you serious? It's $250,000 to you. I said, no, you just told me I have to lie to them to make it work. It's a no for me. Thank you. Right? Like, you just have to stick for your guns. If in doubt, leave it out. I say that to myself 100% a day. If in doubt, leave it out. If in doubt, leave it out. Like, stop talking to now. Leave it out. Right?
And the values, we haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, that's
a question.
Yes.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for talking to us, Danelle.
Of course.
It's awesome.
What's your name? It just says iPhone. I want to know your name.
Oh, sorry. I'm Jenny Joe. I'm
Jenny Joe. Oh, awesome. Yay. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
In the early days before you had everyone vying for your attention, like, if you had a period of time where, like, no one was responding at all, what was your strategy?
Videos. I sent them personal videos, and I was funny. And I was like, I know your phone number. These won't stop. You should call me back. Right? Like, I was funny. I was be like, you can just say no. Peace. Right? Like, I'd send them hilarious pictures, or I'd be like, I'm out with your mom right now. She says you'll answer her call and not mine. Let's see. Right? I was intense. Because I didn't get mad at people who ignored me. They just didn't know. They weren't as fired up. So, like, I believe your best ideas come out to play, not to work. So you got to play with this, man. Play, have some fun, do some videos. I got really creative videos. I did videos about Top Gun. People are like, how'd you do that? I can't afford a video person. I'm like, I learned iMovie. Come on. Right? Like, I got creative. I watched a movie and I'm like, that's a good idea. I should do a video about that. How many of you guys have had ideas? You're like, oh, I should do a video about that. And then you just kept going and you never did it. Those ideas are marketing, man. Write every single one of them down and do them immediately, because you'll forget that feeling in the moment. So that's what I did. Like, I also did everything I could to put myself in audiences of new people, right? There's no shortage of people. It's just getting to know them. Pop over in groups of, like, your favorite things to do, your favorite hobbies, other groups online, connect with other people. I voice message everybody and their brother, like, everyone. Put yourself on a stage. Figure out how to have one topic to talk about. Go to every single local chamber of commerce, offer to speak at their monthly gathering. Do a little personal development training. Build your audience. Don't say anything about what you do. Build your audience. Train personal development. I'm giving you guys, like, so much good stuff here. You guys should be paying for it. I'm just kidding. It's very good. It's because Jen is amazing. I'm just telling you, like I hope you take these things seriously. Like that's what I did. I literally drove all over the globe, met with people. Like people tell you work just online. I work my phone as much as I work online. When I do a course, like if 100 people sign up online or if 10 signed up online, I'd call 10, get 10 more, I'd double it. That was just like when I do live events, there isn't anyone in the room who I haven't called personally. They're like, you still work your phones? I'm like, dude, this will make you wealthy if you let it. So wealthy. It's your greatest tool in the world, and you buy it for $4 a month. Like, are you kidding me? I don't know. Maybe it's like 40 now. Probably it used to be 4. That was a bad analogy. But it will make you wealthy. You just have to use it relentlessly. Like, how many of you guys have people on your list, chicken list or whatever? I don't know. You guys name them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you call number 1 and number 7 and number 14 and number 52. Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like we learned to count in order for a reason. That's it, right? You get braver. The more people you call faster, the braver and better your conversations. People think, hey, I'll call 2, 3 people a day. You don't get good that way. Call 20 in a day. And then you'll be like, oh, now I'm flowing. Now I've had a little bit of wine. Now I'm good. Now I'm rolling, right? And you figure out how to have those conversations, right? So when I'd recruit people, I'd be like, listen, I don't care if you do it. I care if you look. Stop ignoring me or I'm coming over, right? Like, you know, that line I used all the time. I don't care if you do it. I care that you look. That'd be it, right? Yeah.
I love that line. I use that line probably every day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And I'd be like, hey, I'm doing that thing, but it's legal. You should call me. Like, just call it out, right? Like, people say so many crazy things. Like, is that a pyramid scheme? Yes. And we're all going to jail. It's going to be so exciting, but I figure we could right? You know, just call people on their stuff.
Danelle, you were so gracious with your time tonight and for pouring into us this way. Guys, make sure, I know that we've gone longer than we have like in our other calls, but I know that you're going to go to bed tonight feeling a little postured up. That's kind of our thing. We talk about posture up every day. We all know how important that is. Who feels like their posture is a little bit better, not just in this run so far, but maybe even tonight? Are you kind of like, you know what? I am pretty darn awesome. I really am amazing.
Can I share you guys on my stories real quick?
Please.
Okay. You ready? You have to like do something with your, I'm going to ask you a question and then you have to cheer with your hands, or you can come off and mute yourself. Ready? Okay, this was fun. Jen, thebomb.com Cooper, and her mastermind here tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys get some good stuff. Do you like my training? Was it awesome? All of you just lie. I'm just kidding. It was awesome. You guys rule. Thanks for having me. Okay, you guys are awesome. Whoa, sorry. Stop. Stop. I don't like that it does that. Even when you have your sound off now, if it's a 2-part thing, it just doesn't turn it off. I did it in a very quiet place today at the spa, and everyone was turning around giving me dirty looks. And I was like, the phone will make you rich if you let it. Look over there.
Look away.
We're like evil. They're like, there are no phones in here. And I was like, are you the patrol? The spa patrol? I didn't say that, but in my head I did. I chose joy, and I said, I'm so sorry. So sorry, I'm almost done.
Hey guys, if you have not taken a picture of your screen right now, you really should, and you should make a post about this because you want to capture these moments that you're pouring. Wow.
Let that go. We're killing it. What do you want? Oh, look, you got your killing it hat. You put that one on, and I'll put this one on. This is fun. Let us really make it a marketing moment.
This is an example of you guys winning. I want everyone to smile, and then we will say goodnight for the evening. I can't.
Then you send me these or tag me in it because I like it.
Okay, everybody smile. All right.
You all should be having your peak drink, by the way, in your hands while you're doing it. That's okay. Go ahead.
Just so now, it's 10:30 at night.
Okay, go to bed. I love you. Oh, don't, because it gives you energy. Is that right?
I'm like, we're not drinking pink drink at 10:30 at night.
No, just pretend. I hope you.
I love you.
Love you. I love you, Jen Cooper. I love you all. What a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for letting me speak into your life. Go be great.
Thank you so much. It was awesome, Danelle. Thank you.